a seat, sip some wisdom, and stay a while. This is the Prosperity Lounge, where growth gets personal. Step inside, we're breaking chains.
We've got some great guests here in the audience tonight. So every Friday night we're here, we're blending money, mindset, purpose, and people to make our community shine. So I'm your host again, Joey Ruffalo. Before we dive in, a huge thank you to tonight's sponsors. We got Bello Business Solutions. Get our QR code up on the screen here. If you're watching online, thank you so much. Scan that code. Mention Make Business Make Sense for a free consultation. And also we have LaPera Insurance. Call Joe LaPera at 865-252-0480 or email him at jlapera, L-A-P-E-R-A, at farmersagent.com. Use promo code JRRadio, and only the first 10 quotes this month get a free gift card. All right, we appreciate everybody's sponsorship on that. And remember, too, you have some time to sign up for Holly Jolly Home. Holly Jolly Home is the Knox County-wide holiday home decorating light contest this year. We're proud to sponsor that. You have until December 6th to sign up. The site goes live December 7th with our interactive map and voting, and you can drive around and search by category and vote by category and who's going to win this year. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then also remember, everybody, every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, we premiere a brand new Prosperity Lounge episodes exclusively on YouTube. And every Friday, we're here 6 to 7 live. Wednesday night, it's kind of a live experience. We're live in the chat. It's a pre-recorded show, but we're live in the chat having fun and talking to people. And every Friday, we're here live on the radio and YouTube. So let me start off with a question here. And that question is basically, when was the last time you tried something new? And I just realized that people who are trying to watch me on YouTube right now, somebody wrote in the thing here that it's hard to hear. I didn't have my mic turned on. So I apologize. The mic is on now because I'm looking at my board. So you guys on the radio heard me just fine, but everybody on the... So yeah, it's one of those nights. Traffic was bad getting here, so I apologize. But here we go. All right. When was the last time you tried something new? You would think that me doing this show was the first time I've done something new, but it's not. But when did you try something creative, something you pulled you out of your comfort zone and made you feel alive again? I'll tell you what, right now I'm feeling very much alive because we are doing this on the fly, it seems like, again. But anyway, so tonight we're going behind the curtain with 3 wonderful guests from the Last Call Theater Group in Lenore City. We got Denise Helton, who is an actress and longtime volunteer. We got her son Nathan, who's one of the cast members of the upcoming show, and fellow castmate Rita Wessel. And I'm sure I'm pronouncing everybody's names incorrectly. So we'll get there in a second. So we're talking about community theater, the joy of creating something together, and how stepping into a role can sometimes help you step into a new version of yourself. So give us a minute here while we get set up. I'm going to get them on camera. Make sure you guys all are good to go. Oh. All right. So what you're going to do here, guys, is grab those mics, the individual ones. They're wireless. You might have to share a little bit. This is our radio. This is our YouTube mic, so you're good there. Just speak loud. Make sure these guys are turned on. We should have had all that taken care of. Press that on the side. Boom, and you guys are all ready to go. You might have to share a mic or two, but we're good. All right. So Denise, let's introduce ourselves. Let's see everybody who's here.
I'm Denise Helton. Like you said, I'm an actress and volunteer with Last Call Theater. This is my 8th play with Last Call, and it's a wonderful group of people.
Actresses got to hold those close to your mouth.
Yeah, I got to hold those close to my mouth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, oh yeah, I think he's giving you the thumbs up.
Okay.
No, he said no. You got to get that real up there. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Swallow that mic,
good.
as they say.
That's unusual for somebody not being able to hear me.
There you go. You got Nathan?
I am Nathan. Denise is my mother. I am currently working in this current play at Last Call Theater. I don't remember how many plays I've done with them before, but this is possibly my 3rd or 4th one.
Nice. All right.
I'm Rita Wessel, and I am moved here about 6 years ago from Indiana. Did quite a bit of theater there, and I've done about 6 shows out in Tellico Village, and this is my first one with Last Call.
Sweet. We got actually a comment that came in and said, y'all don't fight over the microphone.
We have to.
Honey Ray and Genevieve.
That's us. That's probably somebody
right.
from the play.
That's for somebody from the play.
yeah,
Have a
thanks for
little
tuning in. Appreciate you being
disagreement
here.
during the play.
I love it. So let's start with you, Denise. Last Call Theater Group, we were talking. We did our little pre-interview. You told me it started in 2017. What was the story behind it getting started?
I am so glad you asked this question because this is something near and dear to my heart, something that was greatly needed in the area. Back in 2017, a group of ladies, and I want to do a shout out to Cindy Tipton and Lucinda Joe.
Cindy's in the chat. Hey, Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy is the president on the board for Last Call, and Lucinda's the vice president, and they have been my guiding light ever since I joined the theater. You know, Cindy has directed, done props, been an actress. Lucinda's always there, very supportive, wonderful people. But back in 2017, this group of ladies decided Lenoir City needed a community theater. They needed something to bring the community together and to increase the arts. So they went to sponsors and donors, and they gathered enough to start a show. And they had a play that first year. And the Parks and Rec group in Lenoir City was kind enough to let them use the War Memorial Building so they could, you know, have that venue. And they auditioned actors and actresses and, you know, like I said, pulled this play together. And now it's grown, and every year we do 3 plays. Once
Nice.
a year, we'd have a dinner theater, and people seem to enjoy that. But it's just a wonderful addition to Lenoir City. And if nobody's ever been to a play there, you really should. And every play is different, and you get to meet this wonderful cast of characters, and it's wonderful. And if you don't want to be an actor, there's always volunteer opportunities. There's always something to do.
You had mentioned also the partnership with the War Memorial Building. How important has that been, having that space?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, to have a venue and to have a stage, to have a place to practice, a place to, you know, perform, it's been huge.
That's awesome. One of the things that's amazing too about theater and just local arts and stuff is how it builds community.
Yes, absolutely.
What does that mean to you guys? And each one of you can answer that if you want, but just the aspect of community through theater.
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful because you get there and you audition, and a lot of times you won't know anybody, but then you get this part in the play and you meet this group of people, and suddenly you're friends, and you're all cheering for each other because you want each other to be successful, and they want you to be successful. And
Oh, you're good.
we're all cheering for each other, and you start off with nothing. You have this script, and you read the script, and it becomes this work of art, and suddenly you have this extended theater family. It's very important.
I love that. Just playing with all my mic settings here. So, because people are in the chat saying they're having a little hard time. I apologize, guys. You watch the replay later on, and if you come back to the YouTube channel, we'll lay the right audio underneath. But thanks for sticking with us and hanging out, and just checking us out, and appreciate that. Let me ask you, Nathan, a question. You grew up around theater. What was it like to not only watch your mom on stage, but now you get to perform alongside her?
It's a lot of fun. Growing up in school, I did some theater in school. My mom was one of the biggest supporters. She would help backstage. She would come there. She would bring snacks. She would help make costumes. She always gave some of my classmates and friends the reassurance and letting them know they got this too. And she always let us know that she was always going to be proud of us no matter what. And now that we get to do this together, it's a really fun thing. I'm really proud of her, because it's a big thing. Sometimes it's not easy for a lot of people to stand on stage. And I'm really glad that we both got to do this together. We got to meet a lot of people. We got to experience a lot of things, and we have stories to share and tell.
I love that, because then you guys, like you said, stories. You can be like, hey, remember that time? And you guys know exactly what's going on.
Yes.
You have those memories. What was it like being in theater, and how has that shaped you as a young performer? I bring all the hard questions.
What was it like being in
Just
theater?
being in theater, how that kind of shaped you being a young performer.
I think it helped give me some more experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it helped me make it helped me make confidence. That's the word. It helped me build confidence standing in front of people. In school, I had to do some speech classes. I had to do presentations in front of the board, or not board, in front of the classroom. And I admit that always made me uneasy. But then going out on stage and doing these performances, I think in a way it helped me build that confidence up.
I love
Not
that.
only does it help me, but I think it helps me build more character.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Now I got some questions for Rita now. I don't want her to feel left out here.
Oh, I don't.
What inspired you to audition to or join the group?
Well, can I tell you a little history behind it?
Sure.
Okay.
I love history.
I didn't do theater until I was around 50.
Okay.
And that's been a while, but not too long. And my daughters were in college, and my husband was still working, and so was I. And I wanted an opportunity to do something different. And a play was going to be performed at a theater near me, a large theater in Indiana. And it was a play that a friend of mine had been the daughter in years before.
Okay.
And now I was old enough to be the mom. It was called Smoke on the Mountain, and it's a Southern gospel play. They do it, at least they did, in Pigeon Forge for a long time.
Wow.
And so it's a fun play, and I auditioned, and I just pulled out all the stops because I thought, well, if I don't get in, I've never been in one. What's the loss? So I did get in it and proceeded to do about 20 in about 12 years after
So
that.
you jumped right in.
So I came here and I did some shows in Tellico Village. What I liked about this one in Lenore City is it is fewer performances. Some people want to do, 20 or 15. They're only four.
A year.
No,
Two,
I mean 4
one.
shows, 4 performances of each show.
4 performances.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
I'm sorry.
There's 4 performances of each show, and you have to give it all in every performance. You don't get a chance to kind of, oh well, I'll do better on the next 5 or whatever. and I like that because Christmas especially is a busy time, and it's nice to have a little extra time that you don't have to be away from your family all the time.
So joining Last Call, what was your first impression of the cast, like when you joined your first show?
A lot of them were really young.
Okay.
and I did not know anyone. I didn't know Denise. I didn't know Nathan. I didn't know anybody except I did know the gal that's the stage manager before I came. But other than that, I knew no one. And so I wasn't sure if I would get in, and I wasn't sure if I did, how it would go. But everybody's been great to deal with and to work with, and it's turned out to be a lot of fun.
I was going to ask you, when you got there, was there a moment early on when you felt that this was the place for you? You kind of fit right in?
I did feel like I fit in, but I also have been in this play before with a different character.
Oh.
So I knew I would love the play. I knew that, this was a comfortable group to be around, and that I was going to enjoy doing the play.
I love that. So let's talk a little bit about this year's holiday production. Denise, give me a quick overview of what can we expect from this year's Christmas show.
Well, the name of our program is Christmas Bells,
Christmas
and it
Bells.
is by Jones Hope Wooten.
Okay, you got
And
that here.
it is one of a series for the Food Trail Sisters, if anybody's ever seen a play with the Food Trail Sisters. And this play takes place in Fayro, Texas. We're getting ready for Christmas there.
Okay.
And my character is Honey Ray, and I am directing the church Christmas program, much to the dismay of Rita's character, Geneva, who has done it for 27 years. And I am so eager to impress and, have a big smashing show that I bring in Elvis and a sheep and flying angels and really tried to do it over the top. But with most things in life, things don't always go as planned. So comedy ensues, and We have a Santa Claus who's really funny. We have a family secret that I'm not going to expose right now that gets exposed during the play.
Okay.
And it is, it's not to be missed, really. It's a very funny, fast-paced comedy that will get you in the Christmas spirit. Now, there's 11 cast members, very, very talented, eclectic cast. Some new faces, which is wonderful, like Rita. We always love to have new faces. Some old, like Nathan and myself, which is fun to have some of the alum up there. Our directors, Kelly Gray and Ray McDonald, and they have been wonderful steering us through this play. But everybody brings something very unique to this play. And if this won't get you in the Christmas spirit, I don't know what will. I don't know if maybe Nathan and Rita might have something they'd like to add there about the show.
Well, I wanted to ask you real quick here. You said your character's name is
Honey Ray.
Honey Ray. Now, I did a little bit of Google searching on this play. Are you the one that sets the town on fire?
No, that is actually my younger sister, Twink.
Okay, Twink. I knew the names were there.
She's one of the Food Trail sisters. I'm the older Food Trail sister.
Okay.
I'm what they call the flirt. I've had lots of boyfriends and lots of relationships, and I'm kind of sassy and, want to be in charge of this program.
This character a stretch or?
Not too much.
Okay.
I don't know. No.
I'll call you out here.
I hope it stretches a little, maybe just a little. And then my middle sister is Frankie. She's pregnant with twins. And then the younger sister is Twink, the one who sets the town on fire. So.
I got that. Interesting. I'm gonna ask another question to Nathan here, and I think what I'm gonna do quickly after this is take a quick break because I want to reset the audio real fast here. But before I do that, let me just ask Nathan here. Tell us about your character and how you prepared for it.
How I prepare for it?
Prepared for it, yeah. Prepare for your character.
Okay. My character's name is John Curtis, or JC for short. My character, he is the deputy sheriff in Fayro.
Okay.
And I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to spoil everything. But yeah,
Don't
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. You don't want to spoil it. All right.
I have a love interest in the
okay.
play. I don't want to give away
Interesting.
too much details because that might take away the fun in it.
A little fun. Okay.
You have to practice your Elvis moves.
I do have to practice my Elvis moves. I have watched a few episodes of the Andy Griffin Show. My character is like, he wants to be John Wayne, if that makes sense.
All
But
right,
instead, he
Pilgrim.
comes off more as Barney Fife.
Okay.
And so I kind of get in the mindset where like, I think I'm tough. I think I'm just like this hard, I can like intimidate people, or I'm a really good sheriff, like one of those Western sheriffs. But really, I'm a little ditz. I'm kind of a ditz, like a Barney Fife. Sometimes I don't even realize what I'm doing until it's too late.
Now, when you said Elvis type, do you actually do an Elvis impression?
I do. Again, not to go into too much detail, but my character at one point has to be Elvis.
Well, thank you very much.
Exactly. That's one of my lines.
Exactly.
All right there, pretty mama.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You got to do the whole. Do you like karate kicks and stuff?
No,
Okay.
yeah, I
You
got the cape.
All
I got the
right.
cape and I got
That
the suit.
sounds awesome. I was gonna ask your favorite scene so far, but that sounds like it would be one of my favorite scenes. Would be watching you do Elvis. Perfect. This cast in general, what's been fun about working with them?
Is that to all of us or?
Up to you. Let's go to you. Back. You got the mic.
I really enjoy the cast. I really enjoy able to talk to them. They're really easy to get along well with.
Okay.
You know, we're able to talk backstage with them really easily. And like Mom said, we support each other. I mean, sometimes I go backstage and everyone tells me, "You did a good job. Do not worry about it. You did a good job." And I always feel comfortable about that.
I love that. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to try to fix some audio issues here in the studio, and then you guys are probably sounding great on the radio. We're going to take a quick break. Hang on out line. We'll be right there, and we'll be right back to the Prosperity Lounge.
At LaPera Insurance Agency, protecting what matters most isn't just a policy, it's our promise. From business coverage to home, auto, and life insurance, we'll tailor a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Call 865-252-0480. That's 865-252-0480. And be one of the first 10 callers to use promo code JRRadio for a free gift just for getting a quote. LaPera Insurance Agency. Secure your tomorrow today. Licensed in Tennessee, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, and Ohio.
At Bella Business Solutions, every business deserves expert support, big or small, traditional or creative. We handle taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll, but our passion is helping creative entrepreneurs turn ideas into income. Our goal is to make business simple, stress-free, and crystal clear. Visit bellabusinesssolutions.com or call 865-512-9400. That's 865-512-9400 and mention Make Business Make Sense for your free consultation. Bella Business Solutions, we make business make sense.
To go?
The king is in the house.
It's just going in and out. Okay. Well, we'll just see how it goes here. I apologize, guys.
Hey, is this clear? Is it clear now? Is it still coming and going?
Yeah, it's just sometimes the internet here is just. We'll go with the internet being crappy. I apologize, guys, in the chat. It might be. It might be a little bit crazy, but usually this picks up very well, like surrounding noises, but it's just not picking up. So what I'm going to do, guys, this will go up at the live, but I'm going to put this up again as a separate video with the new audio underneath. I don't know when we're getting ready to go back. Having all kinds of problems. Are we back? Oh, we are back. Okay. Thanks for the heads up there, Vance. Appreciate it. He looks at me like we're back, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, all right. Thank you all for hanging in there. We're trying to fix some audio issues on the live stream, but what we're going to do is if you're watching live, I appreciate it. If you're listening live and you want to see what's going on, you can tune into the YouTube channel here at the Prosperity Lounge. And if you're watching now, thanks for hanging out. We're going to put a clean audio copy up after this weekend, and I'll post it on Facebook and tag you guys in the group so you can send it out to everybody to watch again, because it's kind of important to make sure everybody sees and hears what we're talking about and can hear it correctly. So let me go back to you, Rita, for a second here. We're talking about the show itself here, and if you guys don't know, it's Christmas Bells, put on by the Last Call Theater Group in Lenore City. I got 3 people here in the audience that are fantastic guests tonight that are going to be talking about the show. So Rita, tell me a little bit more about who you play and what drew you to the role of, I'm going to read it real quick here. Geneva Musgrave, Town Florist.
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
I have done this play before, as I said, and Geneva in the play that I was in was amazing. The person who played Geneva was fabulous. And I just thought it was the most fun role. And so I wanted to be Geneva. I never thought I would get a chance. So when the auditions came around, I auditioned for 2 roles, but Geneva was really the one that I wanted. And that's the one I got, and I was pretty excited. She doesn't have the most lines, but she has quite a few, and she's integral to the play, and it's just been a lot of fun.
So talking about lines, do you still get nervous when you have to audition?
Yes. No, I don't get nervous in auditions. I get nervous at performances, and I actually am more nervous at rehearsals.
Really?
Because I want to do it well so that other people can feed off my lines, and if I miss a line, somebody's waiting for a cue. And that's going to leave them hanging, and I want to be a team player. And so I will tell you, as I've gotten older, I've struggled to memorize the lines as well, but I think they're coming, and I plan to do a bang-up job when it's time.
So how has the rehearsal process through the years, let's say going back from your first time to now, obviously you prep differently than you did your first time.
Yes.
But how does the rehearsal process help you as grow, maybe as not necessarily as just an actor or an actress in the play, but maybe just in your everyday life?
Well, I have to learn how to accept correction from people.
That's a tough one to do.
When you have a director, they are in charge. Mm-hmm. And some are more take charge than others. But I try really hard just to accept the critiques. It's not criticism. It's just saying, this is what I need you to do, or this is what the character is supposed to be displaying. And then we have a lot of leeway in what we put into the character. So I have a lot of fun doing my thing, but it's always good when we can get direction from the stage manager, from the director, from whomever might be in the audience that might know a few things about it and they can help me.
So Nathan, your turn now. Do you still get nervous at auditions?
I do, yes.
Okay. What are some things that kind of make you nervous? Is just remembering the lines, the spots, like?
Yeah, sometimes it's remembering the lines, and also at times, like, you want to make a good impression on the directors and people that are running the auditions. You want them to choose you. You want them to know that, hey, this person, we might want this person as part of our cast. I don't want to go out there and make them feel like they wasted time on me.
Now, I'll ask this question next, actually. So what, community theater, what makes that a good starting point for somebody who wants to get into acting or experience something like that? What would you say is a good, why would it be a great starting point for them?
It's in your community, and sometimes it helps when you have your community supporting you. You know?
Makes sense.
When I first started doing community theater, I'm not going to lie, I was nervous. It was different from school. You know, I don't have my classmates. I don't have my friends. I don't have my teachers. You know, outside of the theater, I still see them on a daily basis in the schools, in the hallways. I still talk to them. So, like, I knew them personally. I grew up with some of them. And so going into community theater, I was nervous. I didn't know anybody minus mom. I didn't know anybody. I was like a deer in headlights. But thankfully, over time, you know, I've gotten to make really good friendships with these people. A lot of these people support me. And, you know, and other times they say they put in good words for us with other directors and other actors. And that really helps. You know, if you don't have your community supporting you, it may not be the easiest thing for you to do.
Sure. So Denise, beginners, what does a typical audition look like?
Well, at last call, you show up and they have the script and they have you fill out a piece of paper and they ask you, who do you want to audition for? Who do you think would be a good fit for you? And then you read for those parts. And they have you do readings with, like I might do a reading with Rita. I might do a reading with Nathan. They might have me do different characters.
I found myself on the website the other day looking at, I guess, the plays that were going on this year, and there were some PDF downloads. And I think I looked at the one, it was the one you did in the early spring or
For
early
Old
summer.
Broads?
Yes, and there was a scene in there. I want to make sure it's the right one. It was the guy, I think it was the husband, and the scene in the PDF was he was hosting a cooking show. I have no idea if I'm talking about the right play or not.
Well, there was another Elvis impersonator in For Old Broads. I don't know about the cooking show.
It was like a scene where the guy, I think he was hosting a cooking show, and it was the practice part, and I was like, I found myself acting it out. I was like, I said, man, I think I can do this role, because there was a lot of screaming and yelling. I was hosting a show. I'm like, I think I could fit right in there. So we actually talked about that.
You should come and interview. We would love to have you.
Yeah, we talked about that on our pre-show where
You could come and audition. We're always looking for new people.
Well, you said not this year, but in 2027, it's the 10-year anniversary of the theater, and you guys were thinking of doing a Christmas Carol.
Yes, and we're
Yes.
very excited about that.
I told you, and I'll tell the audience, when I was younger, I played Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol.
Wow.
Yes.
Was that fun?
It was, I think I was in middle school. It was a lot of fun. I actually was really interesting because I had broke my ankle, and I was on crutches, carrying Tiny Tim on crutches on stage at the same time. So I also had a crutch. So we had to make it work where we both had crutches. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I still remember some of the lines. I'm not going to repeat them here. But if you want to hear them, come on out to all the plays at Last Call. But if you really want to hear me, come out in 2027, and I will maybe be on stage. I don't know.
Very nice, very nice.
how it
We
goes.
look forward to seeing you up there.
We'll see how it goes. If I raise enough money for charity, I'll get out there and make a fool of myself. How about that? All right. Yeah, I was talking, like, Nathan, it's actually interesting. You said something about community theater being a lot different because you're not around friends and family. Mm-hmm. And so my performance history is, I did a play or two here when I was younger in school, but I also was in state orchestra. So I had to play in a local band in school, but also then go play with people I didn't know in venues I didn't know without friends and family to cheer me even if I played the wrong note.
Right.
So you have to, there's a little bit more stress involved in that because the the messed up process is a lot less, you get a lot less leeway in those situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine how you might be feeling sometimes. Like you have to be more on top of your game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm having a good time. So I think I might be doing that. I may try out next year for something just to get my feet wet.
Can I say something else about community theater?
Absolutely.
I think when you get to know these people, or at least I know I do, I put a lot of pressure on myself because you want to do a good job and you want the people that are directing and your other castmates to be proud of you, but you want to do a good job for them because you want them happy, because you have that personal connection with these people after you've been through a couple of plays, especially, and form that relationship. I mean, you want them to be pleased too. So I think it's a team effort from the bottom up.
Exactly. It really defines community.
Yeah.
When
And I
it's
want to
not by
also want to
yourself.
give a shout out to all the people that help in every way. I mean, there's people working on props, there's people working on the PR, there's people selling tickets, there's people the set, getting the set up every time we practice and breaking the set down.
We've had some people come in and help us do makeup.
Yeah, people come in with makeup. Our costumers are fabulous. I mean, the last play we had, Ladies Sound No More, was Shakespearean, and it was 5 or 6 Shakespearean ladies, and we had these most beautiful costumes, and these women sewed these costumes by hand, and they were just fabulous. So just, when people are up on stage, somebody's helped put the costume together. Somebody's helped
It does
put that
take a
set
village or a community.
and it
to
really
put it
does
on.
take a village, but
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing.
Another part of the community is some of these props were donated by other people. They're letting us use some of their personal belongings for the stage.
Wow.
They're entrusting us with their
Yeah.
possessions. So
Yeah.
again, that's like another part of the community. They're willing to help us out with that.
As long as they get it back in one piece.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah. Any hilarious backstage moments or funny things that have happened during rehearsal that you, maybe not with this one specifically, but just in your past, any maybe like costume or prop mishaps that you'll never forget? Ooh, Ree's got one. Good.
A play I was in once was 3 older ladies, and we were coming home from a big party, and we were a little tipsy. The
Okay.
characters
Okay,
were a
the
little
characters.
tipsy. I wasn't,
I
but the
separate
characters
myself
were.
from reality here.
And the other 2 got in and shut the door on me. It was part of the play, and then they couldn't get the door open.
Oh no.
And I'm outside pushing, and they're pulling, and we couldn't get it open. And they were laughing, and all I could think was, I've got to get in somehow. The rest of the play has to happen. So I went around and I just yelled, "I'm coming in through the back door," and came in, and the audience actually thought it was part of the show. They didn't even know it wasn't planned. So
Well, that's the
that
sign
was
of
kind
a
of
great
fun.
actor.
I don't know about that, but
Making
they
it
were
seem
kind.
like it's real. I love that. But you guys, any fun stuff? Oh, Nathan, go ahead.
Okay, so one play we did together, it was actually the first play we did together in community theater. It was called Wine, Cheese, and Murder. It's a murder mystery. My character, I'll flat out say it, was an idiot.
Okay.
And so during one scene, I'm talking, and I had this wine glass. I was not supposed to do this, but I accidentally knocked it over. But I resumed speaking in character, hardly acknowledging it, while some of the other characters nearby were like cleaning up the mess. And later on, some people in the audience said, "We thought that was actually part of the scene. Your character's an idiot. It sounded like something he would do." But and really, I did not mean to knock my wine over, but I kept going in character.
That's awesome. I guess it's, you can really improv in some of those situations. It's not like some of those things you see on TV where it's a Starbucks cup is left in a scene of like Game of Thrones or something like that.
Right.
It's like, well, how does that match? Like, how does that work? You can't go back and fix that. But in community theater, it's like, we're just whatever.
Even the royals need a good cup of coffee.
That's true. That's true.
If you're on stage with people who you trust and who have really put time into rehearsing, you can trust if you drop a line, they're going to know where you're supposed to be, and they're going to bring it back. And I've been in plays before with people who have just made it so easy because you forget a line and that happens, or you don't even realize you didn't do it and you didn't say it. And then all of a sudden they bring it right back around, and it's just so helpful, and it gives you so much, I guess, peace when you're on stage to know that you have people that are supporting you and that are going to help if you sort of make a mistake or mess something up.
Like last night when I dropped the line.
No, I'm just talking about in general.
It's funny because it reminds me of it's a scene or a skit from Saturday Night Live. And it was called Short-Term Memory Loss Theater. And everybody had short-term memory loss. So literally they go on the screen and they're doing a play and everybody's just asking for their line. Line, they give it to them. Oh, right. And they give it line. Yeah. Except one guy who was training them, he knew all the lines. So he was repeating and getting angry. And it just went off the rails. It was a lot of fun. Do you guys have any kind of inside joke for this year's cast? I mean, if it's inside, you can't really share it, I guess. But or any moment where during rehearsals, the whole cast just broke out laughing?
Well, there's a couple of really funny scenes. There's some Santa Claus scenes with his elf that are very, very funny that we were all backstage cracking up when they're out there doing it. Can y'all think of anything else that's...
It's the whole thing. I mean, it has some serious, good parts, but it also has some really, really funny stuff. It's a comedy. And there are times when we have just been backstage laughing harder than we probably should, and we will not do during the show. But we hear our director and stage manager out there just, laughing to the hilt because somebody did something on purpose or by accident that just turned out to be hilarious. And sometimes that's how you get the best parts of the play is something happens by accident and they keep it. So.
Wow, that's awesome.
One thing that also I want to say is one thing that's funny is my character, at one point in the scene, I'm looking for somebody, but I'm acting like the sheriff, I had to look around like, making sure I'm being sleuthy. I enter one room into another. In one scene, I enter the kitchen and some of the other cast members are backstage. When I enter it, they all make these funny faces at me. So I'm trying so hard not to laugh when I walk back out on stage. So I'm trying to keep my professional sheriff face, but they keep making these funny faces backstage. They're gonna make me laugh in the middle of my line.
All right, so whoever's directing the play, if they're watching right now, if he comes out laughing, you know who to blame. It's not
you all know
him.
who you are.
So if you're listening tonight and you're thinking, I need something fun, creative, and uplifting this season, go support Last Call Theater Group's holiday production, Christmas Bells. It's laughter, community, joy, everything we need right now. And speaking of community, I want to personally invite you to join ours. Inside the Prosperity Lounge, our free community, you'll get our 8-step action guide to stop living paycheck to paycheck, the Prosperity Planner, our budgeting tool powered by ProsperBot, our free resources, checklists, financial tools, weekly conversations, behind-the-scenes access, and a supportive place and space where you can ask questions and get clarity. And if you're not inside the lounge yet, now is the time. So visit theprosperitylounge.com, THE, prosperitylounge.com, and then use the promo code RADIO, and you get our free 8-step action guide sent right to your box. And you join the free community. When you're in there, and after you join the community, I encourage you then to go over to the App Store in both Apple and Google, and you can download the Prosperity Lounge app, and you have access to the community that way. Because in the lounge, you're never doing life alone. We're here with you, and we're going to be there with you through everything. So perfect. I love that. Anyway, let's dive deeper into the creativity of the play and your courage and purpose for getting out there. So for Denise, let me start with you a little bit here. You started theater later in life.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I'd watched Nathan perform.
I had a much nicer question here, but I'm just going, why?
No, I watched Nathan, and it was fun. And then one day I saw they were having auditions, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. And I had a very small role, but everybody was so kind and so encouraging, and it gave me a sense of confidence after I did that small role that, hey, maybe I could do something else. And it was fun because it's fun being part of something bigger than yourself, being, in a larger group and having that theater family. We have lifelong friends now that we've met through the theater, and people that we have met that we otherwise wouldn't have known had it not been for the theater.
So it's Nathan's fault.
It is Nathan's fault. A lot of
Blame
people
me.
think Nathan's
Blame
fault.
They always blame me.
It's easy enough, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. How has performing changed your confidence, Denise?
Well, I think it's helped me. I think it's given me confidence because you think, okay, you get up there, and like Rita said, even if you drop a line or you mess up, you can recover. or somebody helps you recover, and
Sure.
you realize that's not the end of the world. Because people always say, "How can you memorize all those lines?" Or "What if you forget your lines?" And it's live theater, so there's going to be mistakes. Make no mistake about it, there will be a mistake.
Absolutely.
And it gives you the confidence to know that you can recover and that it's going to be okay. And as long as you get up there and try your best, and you're surrounded by those people you trust, it does give you a sense of confidence.
Now, for Nathan, how has theater helped you grow as a young person? Talked a little bit earlier about confidence, right?
Yes. I think it helped me grow, like we said, it helped me grow confidence, and it helps me, I think, in a way, figure out more who I am. Because at one point, I never thought after I graduated school, I never thought I would really go on stage again. Because that was kind of like a big thing again. I was with people I knew.
Sure.
So after doing this, like, wow, I'm able to stand in front of strangers, people I've never met before, and a big, not just in a school, but in a whole community. It's like, wow, I can actually do something about this. I know what I'm doing. And I don't know. I mean, I've really enjoyed it, and it's given me a lot more insight. I've met like we said, we met a lot of interesting people. I've met people who've told me a lot of stories about their life from their points of view on things. In a way, I think it's also helped me taught some lessons along the way.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about theater or the arts itself, or especially just arts in general, but theater, it allows you to escape a little bit, right?
Yes.
You can take on a different persona, go into a different role, try to find different parts of yourself that maybe you didn't know were there. Maybe you have to be a confident person and you're not confident, so you have to be confident on the stage. And when you could do that in that setting, it translates back into your real life. Well, if I was confident doing that, or my character is confident, why can't I be really confident going forward? So I love the aspect of just going out and trying and taking on this role. And you screw up a line or two, no big deal. Nobody knows the difference. Right?
We laugh it off.
There you go. Rita.
Yes.
How has stepping into this cast specifically, we'll go with this one. Actually, I should ask you, you've been in so many, I'm not putting you on the spot, which has been your favorite cast?
Oh,
This
that's
one?
not fair.
This one.
This is my favorite cast right now.
There you go.
Actually,
There we go.
this is one of my favorite groups that I've worked with. I'm saying that in all honesty.
We're her ride home.
I did ride with them, but it's just a good experience, and it's good to try different things, different places. What I had done for a long time was musical theater, because I was a singer before I ever tried theater. And it's hard for me still to call myself an actor, because I just don't feel like I have that title. But I have been a singer, and so doing musical theater, I could always break into song if I didn't know what to say. In this case, you can't. And so for me, it's a little more difficult. But people have been very kind, and the characters are hilarious. I mean, they are just so funny that it's just fun to be there. So yes, this is one of my favorite casts.
I can just picture you on stage, or somebody on stage in musical theater, like you just said, going like, let me just pull up the book here real quick here. Just pretend I'm reading somebody here. Let's get a nice, good person. John looks like a good one here. That's what it was. Was it the one here? Oh, John.
John Curtis.
Yes, John Curtis. Okay, a kidney stone. All right, so it says a kidney stone. Oh no, God, oh, passing a kidney stone. So I can imagine like you're trying not to know your line. You're like, a kidney stone. Oh no, I don't know my lines. Is that what you do?
No, you go like, a kidney stone.
you
I
just
didn't
repeat it,
know
okay.
a kidney stone.
Okay.
And every time we say,
Sing.
like,
It's
like,
magic.
But if you do audition for a play, don't do that. They don't smile on that,
Yeah,
actually.
right. Don't sing at all. You're good. I got that covered. You don't have to worry about that. Oh man, that's awesome. Let me go back and see if I've moved fast through some of these questions. If anybody got any questions in the audience, please let us know. Put them in the chat. Love to get that going there. Question for all three of you guys. Friendships. form out of these casts, and you perform with them on multiple occasions, not just this play, but maybe multiple plays. Is that something that forms quickly?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are quick to answer that one.
Yes. Well, very quickly, because you're all putting yourself out there and you're very vulnerable, and sometimes you might be a little nervous. And so you go through this together because everybody's in the same boat, and you're learning the lines and you're learning your cues, and you're coming together as a group. And you're together a lot. So friendships do form very quickly, and I find they tend to stick around when the play is over. And it's fun to go and watch other people you've been in plays with be in other plays. And the lady that made my costume for Lady Sign No More, she was in a play last weekend, and I went and saw her, Bonnie. She was in Romeo and Juliet, and that was fun because, I knew her personally from making my costume. So yes, friendships form very quickly.
I love that. Yeah. Anybody else got anything to add on that question?
I'm
about
amazed at what kind
friendships?
I'm amazed at what kind of friendships you can form. I mean, this may sound mean, but I did not expect to make friends with people who are much older than me. No offense, but yeah, it's fun. Sometimes we go on stage during play practice. Sometimes I'm wearing like a Disney T-shirt, and there's another guy there, and he wears like Disney clothes, and we bond over that. We get all excited. We're like, have you been to Disney, or have you been to Disney not Halloween parade? Did you go to during Christmas, or did you see? Have you been on Disney? Have you seen the new Disney movies? So it's fun that we can talk about that, and
I love that.
And it's funny. It's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about Disney with a full-grown man, and then we're acting like we're little kids.
Yeah, the chemistry seems to really kind of shine through in the actual production at that point.
Yes.
Too.
Well, this is not necessarily totally related to that, but I was going to say that if people are listening and they're interested in being at the show, if you like church plays, you'll love this. If you don't like church plays, you'll still love it. And if you've ever been in a church play, you need to be there because it's just an amazing event that happens around this theater at church.
So it really has got something for everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and plus we're going to have photos with Santa. There's going to be dancers at intermission. There's going to be Christmas singing. There's going to be, cookies.
I love a good cookie.
Maybe a moon pie or two. So, I mean, there's a lot going on there.
So go ahead and tell us when the play is and
Absolutely.
where to find it.
The first
and
night,
information.
opening night, is Friday, December the 5th.
Okay.
Doors open at 7. Play starts at 7:30.
Okay.
Saturday is a doubleheader. There's a matinee at 2. Doors open at 1:30. And then the play that evening starts at 7 with doors opening at 6:30. And then a matinee on Sunday, December 7th. Doors open at 1:30. Play starting at 2.
Perfect. I just put
But
on
this
the
is
screen
not to be
here.
missed because, like Rita said, it's just one weekend, so you need to get in there. And you can go to Facebook, tap on tickets, get your tickets. I think you're putting up a code
I
right
just
now.
put up the picture you sent me. It's a QR code on the screen. You
Yes.
scan that and get your tickets right there.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
$20
Love that.
for a ticket.
Sweet. That's awesome. And so you said Friday night.
Friday night is opening night, Friday, and then doubleheader Sunday or Saturday, and then a matinee on Sunday. Yes.
Which is the best one to be at?
I mean, people always talk about opening night, and people seem to like the matinees, but I think the play will be great all 4 shows. I really do, because this is a very committed cast to making it funny and to making, it a great show. So I think whenever you go, it'll be a good time.
My thought is that the opening night is really magical for the cast more than for the people watching. Sometimes there's a feel to it that makes it more exciting, but really every show has its own personality, and every performance has its own personality. And yes, the audience can really help pull the play together by being involved.
By laughing and showing.
Sure. I would imagine like opening night's got a little bit of the jitters. You're trying to be very professional and hitting everything. Sunday's the last one, so you may go a little off the rails a little bit on Sunday. You're more relaxed by then, so that's good. And plus, it being hilarious itself is probably a way for you guys to be a little bit more relaxed in the presentation of it, as opposed to you're not performing Hamlet or Macbeth where you have to be on
Yes.
every performance. So you
Yes.
can take a little bit of liberty once in a while with your delivery on some things, I would
Yes.
imagine.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. We actually got some questions in from the chat here and on the YouTube channel, youtube.com @ The Prosperity Lounge. If you're watching on any of the links we put up, you're watching on YouTube, appreciate if you guys would give this video a like or subscribe. And definitely subscribe to the video, because what we're going to do is take this live and we're going to put up another video over the weekend with the cleaner audio underneath. So I apologize for any of the audio issues. And then we're going to stop at the top of the hour live on the radio, but we're going to hang out afterwards, I think, and talk a little bit more. So hang out with us some more here on YouTube and bring some more questions. But I have some questions that came in from people in the audience when I put this up. And Sarah from Sevierville, any one of you guys can answer this, but Sarah from Sevierville asked, I've never acted. Do beginners really have a chance?
Absolutely. I mean, we were all beginners at one time. And I think the thing I would encourage someone, if you're beginning, to audition for something small. I mean, I know everybody wants those big roles, but I think if you audition for something small and the fewer lines you have, the more comfortable you can get, and then you can grow into, the larger roles. But just start out small. No, absolutely. I think that's the wonderful thing about community theater. Beginners absolutely have a chance.
Right. So your first role is a tree rather than Romeo.
Well, right.
love
But a
that.
tree's important. I mean, you need that tree for background.
I think I shared with you, Denise, on the call. The very first thing I was in was a Christmas pageant at the church, and my role was Caesar Augustus. And this was my. You're not going to be able to hear it on the radio, but I'll demonstrate my role on the live stream. I walk out in this full beard and this full outfit, and this was my role to start the show. I was the star because I was the first one on stage. They introduced me. I come out, stand in the middle of the church. I had the scroll in front of me. I open the scroll. I close the scroll and I walk off stage, and that was it. For the next hour, I was done. But I had to be at every rehearsal because make sure I hit my mark and open and close.
There's no small roles.
That's it. I made sure I was the star of the show. All right. So yeah, you do have a chance. Any role, you don't even have to be a talking role. You just get out there and get into character. Michael from Oak Ridge asked, how much time does community theater take each week?
Well, at last call, we practice on Monday nights and Thursday nights, twice a week. And I think that's a little unusual. Rita may have some comments on that. I think there's other theaters that rehearse considerably more. Do you want to add to that?
I really like only having 2 nights a week, and somehow they make it work and work well. So it's nice this time of year, as I've said, especially not to have to be away from my husband or events that are happening every night,
Sure.
so that I can go and rehearse. It means you have to work a little harder at home on your lines and on your role.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of work at home that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So you were saying there's a lot of work at home?
There's definitely a lot of work at home because you have to learn your lines before you even get to the theater. So
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be committed to working at home.
Absolutely. Imagine so. And then there's a lot of pressure put on yourself, right? Because you're not around there to
I
do it.
I put more pressure on myself than anyone else does. Because like I said earlier,
accountability is
you
what I meant to
want
say too, yeah.
be accountable to the cast and to the director and to the board. They're friends. I mean, you want them to be proud and not to be embarrassed that they've cast you. They've put their faith in you to do this role, and you try to do it to the best
Yeah.
of your ability.
So Jenna from Maryville asked here, what if I freeze on stage? Has that happened to any of you?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Nate.
I was going to say yes. I think it's safe to say we have all had our moments where we freeze on stage, the lines leave our head. We're like a deer in headlights on stage.
But that's when the cast becomes important because the cast around you, they know what's going on and they can pick up and either make something up that makes sense or they can kind of give you a little clue as to maybe what your line was to get you back on track. But it is, it's live. And so, yeah, you do have those moments where you have a brain freeze or you forget. But that's when that closeness with your cast comes in because we all want each other to succeed. So we're trying to help each other.
Mm-hmm. Tom from Knoxville asks, I don't want to act. Can I volunteer backstage?
Absolutely.
We love volunteers.
I love that.
They're
I love
always
that.
looking
Every
for-
volunteer is important.
Yes, but we love volunteers.
We love our volunteers.
My husband would not step on stage for anything and try to perform. He could probably, but he does not want to. Never had. He did a couple of small things at church, but he will go, and any play I'm in, he will help in any way he can. With
I
the
love that.
stage, with props, with anything that they need help with. So there's always a job for people at the theater.
Can I say something too, real fast? During our last play, Ladies Sign No More, my dad, her husband, helped step in at one point, and honestly, I think he enjoyed it.
I think he enjoyed it too. He helped with the curtain backstage. But I just wanted to say that somebody else that's really important is Jim Tipton, Cindy's husband. He helps with the lights every show. And it's amazing how difficult that job is with with the lights and with the sound. He makes sure we have microphones. And he's always looking for somebody to help him. So there's always something for somebody to do.
Yeah, I definitely see a bunch of people in the chat here with those names. I got Derek in the chat.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
got Cindy in the chat here.
Yes.
Couple
Our
other
faithful
people.
president.
Audition clips. It looks like somebody you guys might know.
And I'd just like to say a thank you, to my husband. He puts up with a lot, especially now with both of us in the play. He has to eat dinner at night at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we've got to be at rehearsal. And, the week before play, he doesn't really see us, because we're always at rehearsal. But he is so supportive and so kind, and I really appreciate him being there and being my rock.
And there's times he helps us memorize our lines. He has the script and he's reading some characters for us. And actually on this play, he's let me borrow some of his clothes for my character.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that, Dad.
So he dresses like a dopey sheriff all the time?
No comment.
Have any of you ever thought about, not necessarily say you guys from community theater, do you ever think about, hey, there's a role coming up on something else, let me go try out for that, or any aspirations for any other bigger opportunities?
No. I'm too busy in my life.
Sure.
I love my life, and I'm retired, and I'm busier than I ever was. But I love these opportunities to do theater here, and to be able to give back to the community and still have fun and enjoy myself and feel like I'm getting my actor fix. So
I love that.
Well, never say never. You never know what's going to pop up. If
Never.
something popped up that was exciting and interesting, I would certainly be open to
There
the
seems
opportunity.
to be a lot of opportunities now in the Knoxville area for television shows and
Yes.
movies even coming around this area. So
Yes.
you got to check the Facebook pages every so often, and the back hall or back pages or whatever they call them.
I know what some of us have told ourselves when we think about, we go ahead and we try it, we try to audition, and even if we didn't get the role, at least we tried. At least we went and did it.
Yeah, recently, earlier this year, my wife and I went to Nashville to be extras in a movie.
Well, that's fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can't tell you what it is yet, but it's a sequel to a very popular movie from a few years ago that Trace Atkins was in.
Will we see you at least? Would there be one scene of you and your wife?
We're in a scene. We are standing up and sitting down several dozen times. There's a performer on stage singing, and we have to stand up and clap and sit down and watch, and stand up and clap and sit down and watch and cheer and all this other stuff. And it was funny. It was amazing actually watching them do this one scene. I think they shot maybe, I'm going to guess, 3 to 5 minutes of actual film that took 12 hours to do with some breaks in between, because they have to walk it, they have to set it, they have to block for it, they have to have the non-actors come out and stand around when the camera goes around, and then the real person comes out, and they have to do it 4 or 5 times different ways. And it's amazing to see all the work that goes into that, and I can't imagine you guys doing this. But hey, so before we end here, I have fun rapid fire round questions. I usually ask all my guests the same questions, but for you guys, I got some specific questions here for the radio. Anybody can answer them. I would love, just shout them out. We're gonna go real quick here. Drama or comedy?
drama.
Opening night or final show?
Opening night.
Opening night,
What's scarier, forgetting a line or missing an entrance?
missing an entrance,
Ooh, dream role.
Dream role.
Wow.
Wow, that's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
I know. Or we could skip it if you can't think of it.
I think I would love to be in some of the old shows, like The Heiress with Olivia de Havilland.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
something old. That would probably be my dream role. I love period pieces.
Favorite pre-show snack?
Nothing. I don't want to have any problems on stage with digesting my food.
I love that. Rehearsals, are they energizing or exhausting?
Both.
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 Quick change, is it exotic? Sorry, is it smooth? I don't want to, my eyes are going here. Smooth or chaotic?
Chaotic.
Chaotic, okay. Could be exotic too, I guess. I don't know. A line from a past show you'll never forget.
It sure as sugar ain't you.
All right. If your cast had a theme song, what would it be?
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys.
And what's one word to describe the show?
Energetic, fun.
Energetic and fun.
I know that's more than one word, but it's energetic. Energetic. It's a lot. It's a very high energy show, and that's why I think young children will enjoy it too, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to watch.
Sure.
There's no down times where it's boring.
Awesome. Well, Denise, Nathan, Rita, thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Joey.
it.
I was back one day.
Yeah, thank you for.
It's been a pleasure. We really, really appreciate you
It's
having us.
been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys here. Thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out. Thank you for listening and watching on YouTube and joining the live chat. Radio is going to end now, but stick around. We're going to hang out here on YouTube a little bit longer. If tonight inspired you at all to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, or reminded you of your creativity matters, community matters, and trying something new can change your life. I want to personally invite you to the Prosperity Lounge. Inside, like I said earlier, you'll find our free community, our 8-step action guide, the Prosperity Planner, our weekly content, all this great stuff. And again, check out the Christmas Bells at the Little Last Call Community Theater this December. Give me the dates again, ladies.
5th, 6th, and 7th.
5th, 6th, and 7th. I will be there sometime on the 6th. Come by and say hello.
Thank you.
Yes. And join us at theprosperitylounge.com. Tap free community. Pull up a seat. And as always, everybody, stay faithful, stay fearless, and remember, freedom lives where faith and action meet. The lounge is always open, and so is your next breakthrough. This is the Prosperity Lounge.
This is where momentum